Hey everyone, what's happening? Welcome to season 2, episode 19. I'm your girl, Roz, and your host and creator for Roz's Happy Hour. This is presented to you by Trisha Entertainment. If this is your first time viewing with us, thank you and welcome. Come back and see us again. If you've been here before, you know I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you're watching on Facebook, please hit that share button. Can I get a few shares tonight? How about 6? Give me 6 people, please share the links. And again, I appreciate you and I'm grateful for you. If you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Did you get a chance to check out last week's show with Jeffrey Osborne? Did you see me? Woo, woo, woo. I don't care what y'all saying. I killed it. Check it out if you missed it. And any of our other shows on Roz's Happy Hour YouTube channel. Well, let me know where you're tuning into from tonight. Tell me in the comments where y'all from. Listen, Corey the Poet is going to be opening up this weekend for Comedian Earthquake at the Fairfield BMW. If you're in the Bay Area for shows, come check it out. And just a reminder, I am on Buy Me a Coffee. If you'd like to contribute in any way to this show, it's just buy me champagne. Just keep me, going. And the info will be up at the end of this show. Well, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, hump day, and wind down Wednesday. I'm so tired of the fireworks. They have been going on since Memorial Day. Oh my God. And we are so dry here, and yet they keep popping them. So pray for us, please. Also, if you need any of the talent that we've had on our show, I'd love to be a resource for you. Let me hook you up. Our motto here is to bring you the best conversations in arts and entertainment. If you think we've been giving you our best in arts and entertainment, say something to me in the comments or hashtag Roz Happy Hour. Well, let's get into it for today. I am so happy to have our next guest on the broadcast today. She's a sweetheart and super talented. Would you please give her some hearts? You know how we do it on Roz's Happy Hour. And let's welcome original soul jazz flutist Althea Rene.
Hey!
Welcome to Roz's Happy Hour.
Thank you for having me. This is
Cheers.
fun. Yes.
Cheers. Let's girls' night.
Absolutely.
Mhm. We're just going to have some fun, get to know you better, see what you've been up to.
Okay.
How's your family? How you doing?
Everybody's doing good. I'm just, getting back from Jamaica and winding down and
Nice.
yeah.
That was you're out there in Jamaica at a festival working?
Yes, it was the Mobay Jazz Festival, and it was myself, and I had Jasmine Jent with me as a guest, and also Miriam Meadows and Johnny Britt were performing.
Nice.
So from impromptu, yeah. So
Wow.
it was awesome, all except the mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah, nah. But the cicadas is out there too, aren't they? Or are
No,
they
no, they
here?
weren't. They're there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I couldn't have dealt with.
Wait a minute, Miss Althea. You are a Christmas baby.
Yes.
Born December 25th.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
That's super special, but it's got to be hard.
Well, you know what? The older you get, nobody cares. I have to, they're like, Merry Christmas. And I say, and so that's where it is now. It used to be a thing when I was little, though.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because I'm celebrate my birthday and my anniversary, but now it's like I don't want to. It's my birthday,
Right.
okay?
Don't
Yeah.
share. That's right. That's right. Yeah. The highlight was 2 years ago. I got a Peloton. My husband bought me a Peloton.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so he doesn't give me a gift on Christmas. He'll do it like September, August, he'll just get something and then he'll say, that's your birthday. And then so he makes the difference. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's holler at some people right quick before we get what we got in the comments today. Let's say hi. Oh, Mark.
Oh,
You know Mark, Althea
yeah. Hey, Mark.
Spiritual Show. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
She's
doing a
kept
lot.
us. Yeah, he supports the artists. Who
Yes, he
else we
does.
got going on there? Oh, happy Wednesday,
Hey,
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Yes, that's a
Yeah.
pretty picture.
Uh-huh. And Purtis.
Curtis. Yeah.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
ladies. Good evening.
I
Hey,
know.
we sisters. All
Yes.
right, from another. Oh, there's you gotta get Corey in there.
Oh,
Love the
yes.
flute.
Thank you. Thank you for the flute love.
Yeah,
Saxophones get all the love.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna
Flutes
talk
need
about
love
that.
too.
We're gonna talk about that. Oh,
Hey,
Kim,
Cam.
yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
tuning in. That's
Yes,
real nice.
absolutely. Yes.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're a native of Detroit. Where are you
I
now?
am. I'm now living in San Antonio, Texas. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, we've been here for a while, and yeah, yeah,
Okay. You miss Detroit? Is family there in Detroit or what's happening? You get back
yeah.
to
My sons are there, and I do get back. Pre-pandemic, I would have shows in that area at least 2 or 3 times a
Oh,
year. So I would get back. You know, but do I miss Detroit? Um, Not really. But it's Detroit. There are so many things about Detroit
mhm.
um, that makes me feel like home. But the longer you're gone, when you go back, everything's changed. But I
Changed.
still have so much family and friends there. So that's what makes it special.
You have other brothers and sisters?
I do. I have two brothers and one sister who lives here with my mom in San Antonio. Yeah.
Oh, are any of them in the music?
My two brothers, yeah, my one
Oh,
brother, his heyday, he played with Michael Henderson. He played with Wild Cherry. Um, yeah, he
oh,
performed with them
nice.
with Play That Funky Music,
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. They're doing their thing.
well, tell me, how did you get into music?
Well, my dad was one of the funk brothers with Motown in the horn section. He played trumpet. And so there was always music around the house. And we just always had a lot of instruments to choose from. And it seemed like when my sister played flute, and it was the one thing that when I asked her, could I play the flute? She was like, I don't care. And I picked up the flute, and that was it. I just fell in love with it. And I played by ear for probably at least 3 or 4 years before my parents saw how serious I was. And then at that point, I started studying classically and ended up winning a classical scholarship to Howard University.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You went to school on a musical scholarship. That's
Yes, yes.
difficult. That's difficult. That
Yes.
is a truly an accomplishment. Wow.
Yeah.
And um so what did you do before you did the music? Did you, I mean,
I've always done the music. So the
oh,
music, since the time when I was 4 years old, I've always played. Anybody that knows me from as far back as elementary school knows that I've always been the girl with the flute.
oh,
Um, but
oh,
yeah, but at a certain point, I, was a single parent and I had two small boys. And so I decided I had gone out on tour one time too many and didn't get paid. And my
oh.
mom says, you're going to have to get a real job. So, so I went out for the police department and, um, yeah. And so I became a police officer, a Detroit, Wayne County deputy sheriff. And I did that for 11 years.
Wow. So now you don't have no problem collecting your money. I know.
Well, I am from Detroit.
Wait, and I'm from Chicago. So
Oh,
it's like,
don't play
man,
with my money.
no,
We take care of that first, and then it's all smiles, baby.
don't let the smooth look fool
Right,
you.
right. Not at all. That's funny.
I know,
Yeah.
because you see us both on a gig, and I never work with women. So do
Yeah.
you find that that's, the industry, it's a little bit different for women. It's just
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely still in the minority when you look at the totality um, of just, I mean, and I'm just speaking of the jazz, industry, you know,
Mhm,
um,
mhm,
women and, female instrumentalists are definitely still in the minority. It
yeah.
could be a whole festival. It's been
Mm.
2 and 3 day festivals where I was the only woman out of maybe 30 acts the whole weekend. I was the only female. And that's crazy. And that's got to change. That's got to
Yeah,
change. We need to
yeah,
be represented.
yeah. But I mean, you're an instrumentalist. That's a hard gig in itself. I mean,
It's no
the
harder for me than it is for a man. That, so a lot of times you'll get comments like, you play really well for a girl, or I mean, or just, oh, you should play with so and so, another female. Y'all should play together. And is that like
ah,
because what, I can't hang with the guys, or so I just
right.
throw all of those. I chalk those kinds of comments up to that there just aren't enough women being represented, and so if it's still like a novelty, then that means that it needs to change. And so people need to start saying, wow, calling them out, saying, why aren't there more women on the festival or on the show?
Yeah. And then it's particularly a flute, it would be more in a classical shows. Would you see more like ballet and flute?
I mean, at this point, no, because you have Najee, you've had Hubert Laws, you've had just a
Yeah.
an unending line of male flutists. You
Yes.
know, you had Bobby
Yeah.
Humphrey, who kind of kicked off the whole jazz flute female.
Mhm.
Because prior to that, I don't know of any female flutist that had any kind of a name. Um, there are a few around that, but I'm saying that got to the status that Bobby Humphrey was at.
Mm. So, um, who was your musical inspiration? Kind of jumping around.
I don't have just one. Although I absolutely was just adored Hubert Laws, Dave Valentine, um, um,
Mhm.
Yusuf Lateef, Ian Anderson,
Mm.
um, um, Eric Dolphy. These were Rassan Roland Kirk, because when I heard them play flute, it really evoked an emotion. So it wasn't this just kind of boring kind of thing that people expect when they think, oh, we're going to a show, and they say, oh, we're going to hear this flute, and you're like, oh God, what is she gonna, you know? you know. But when you come out and you're like, playing like you're singing R&B and like performing, then that's what gets people's attention. And for me, that was the thing that I play from the heart, and I've always been one that I want you to remember me. I want you to remember
Mm.
what I'm trying to say through my music.
Wow. So
Yeah.
then why do they call you the original soul jazz flutist? I like that.
Well, that came about because when I was really just starting out, and smooth jazz was, becoming popular and everything. um, I was writing and producing music that I had hoped would be played on the smooth jazz stations, but I was often told by DJs and different people that the flute wasn't considered a smooth jazz instrument, and that
Mm.
it was saxophones and guitars, and that so I wasn't getting any airplay. And at that time, I was pretty much the only flutist that was out there trying to be in this genre at that particular time. And I was constantly being told, your music is not smooth enough. And finally, I
Mm.
got fed up and I said, you know what? You're right. I'm not a smooth jazz flutist because my roots are in soul and funk. And so that's when I started saying, no, I'm a soul jazz flutist. And I took that name, and then I just start seeing other people taking that name. And that name really, soul jazz, actually is a genre. It's not just a title, So soul
Mm.
jazz means that's your style. It's
Mm.
rooted in soul and rooted in my style of music. So that's when I
Mm.
had to say I'm the original. There'll only be
Okay.
one original. Yeah,
The original.
the
Well,
original.
let me show you all a little bit about the original. Stand by. That's a beautiful that's a beautiful sound.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. We just had Najee on the song on the show a couple weeks ago, and he's
Oh,
an amazing flutist, but
yes.
he refers to you in a special way. He has a special name for you? Yeah.
Yes. The Maceo of the flute. Yeah.
Felicio.
And
Oh
that's
my.
where and that's what that means. That means that soulful, funky, you know, and whatever, and you have to embody that. That has to be part of you. It's like saying I'm a blues singer, but then when you sing,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
So yeah.
style. Oh, I got it now. Yeah, you created your own um music, your own creativity, your
And I
style.
had to because at the time that that I was coming out. I was coming from classical music. I had only played classical
Mm.
music until I was 18, and then I started pursuing jazz. So I didn't learn jazz in the traditional way. I didn't learn, like in a jazz band or that kind of thing. So I
Mhm.
would go, I would go to the jam sessions, and I would ask them if I could sit in, and I had to endure
Mhm.
all kinds of stuff. Can you play? Can you play as good as you look? It was
Oh,
always
of
some.
course.
I was just never taken serious, or when I would sit in, I would sit at a jam session. I would sign in and then sit until the last song before they would call me up. Stuff like that.
Mm.
And but it was one of those things that I just felt like rather than get discouraged, it just made me more and more determined to to be recognized and to be heard. But when I would play, the band would play over me. They would play loud, and the flute is a very soft tone horn,
Oh,
and so it's hard
wow.
to just belt out over a whole band that's just playing. So I got
Mm.
in the habit of playing in between the beats so that I could hear myself, because I couldn't hear anything that I was playing. And I
Wow.
would play in between the beats. And that's how my style started to be more syncopated, which, kind of choppy. And then as the years went on and I got better equipment, ears and stuff, and then I developed the other side, the smoother side of my style. But I used to
Mm.
be the hype girl in the band, where I would come out singing and screaming in the flute, and just being just total hype. That
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's nice. Well, how often do you have to practice?
um, I pretty much try to practice every day that I can.
Mm.
Yeah, especially through the pandemic, because it's endurance. It's like your lungs have to be. It's like being an athlete. You're breathing, and
Oh,
so you can't really ever stop playing. If you go back, you will probably be very tired. And even though I work out every day and I practice, when I did the first show, which was in April at Seabreeze,
mhm.
um, I came home with my lung. Like I could, every breath was just excruciating
Wow.
pain,
Oh, wow.
because I was blowing so hard on the big stage like that. And normally, when you know how to conserve your air, but because I hadn't played in so long, I was just belting it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gotta be Jeffrey Osborne was on last week and he was saying the trumpet and those are hard instruments to play.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you do you play anything else? Can you play anything else?
I don't. I doubled on trumpet and for a time when I was at Howard, because they made me play a second instrument, but I hated it. And I played clarinet a little bit,
Mm.
but no, I play flute, alto flute, and then I produce and write. So all of my 8 CDs, I've co-produced, co-written. I always write my melodies to my songs. Yeah.
Mm. So I know we're going to talk about that too, but I just wanted to know this. I know people that are great singers and they smoke. I don't think you can be a smoker and play the flute.
I wouldn't try. That's not something I've never smoked
'Cause
though. So
yeah, because
yeah,
that's really hard.
yeah, and it would definitely interfere. But I do know, yeah, I know some very famous singers that smoke, and I just think that it's probably not a great idea. I mean, you're an athlete, you're an artist, and so
Mm,
everything that you do, you have to put your career. This is what you do, and that's why
right.
I work out, and I keep my endurance up so that I have the
Mhm.
energy and the wind to be able to go out there and
Mm,
continue to do what I do.
yeah. I don't think I'd have made it.
Now, If they ask me to stop drinking wine, I don't know.
Wait a minute, let's
I
have
might
a
have a
cheer.
problem.
Wait,
I may
cheer.
have a problem there. But if it's smoking, I'm good on that.
Mm. Y'all know I'm loving this time together with Althea. I get to have a drinking partner.
Yes.
Well, let's take you out one more time. Let's see. I
Okay.
want to same show, but I love this song.
Uh,
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Althea Rene.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
What is, I mean, like, what did somebody say? Hold on. Pure fire, right?
Thank you, Rod.
Yes.
Ron.
Ron, yes.
Yes, yes.
Who
You know,
else
I
is
never
there?
know. I
Pure
never
fire.
know what I'm gonna play. I mean the melody, but when it comes to how I express myself, you know, sometimes I just feel the room and feel
Mm,
the vibe and just
mm.
I don't even know where I am. I just kind of drift off
You gone.
into the
You gone.
vibe.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask you, how do you decide your song list as a flutist?
Well, it depends on how long you have. Some of the shows you only have 30 minutes. They may have a lot of different acts. You may be
Mm,
sharing the bill with another artist, so you may
mm.
only be able to do 4 or 5 songs out of 8 CDs. Usually, the most I ever play is about 8 or 9 songs, and that's if I'm doing a show by myself. So,
Oh,
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you have to choose the songs that kind of reflect, especially like I have a new project. Well, it came out in 2019, but I didn't get to promote it in 2020. So
Yeah.
so I'm doing songs from that CD. Yeah,
Yeah.
now, but
Now in your show.
people will ask for a lot of other things that I've done, but I'm
Yeah.
kind of doing the newer stuff because you don't want to
You're trying to
over
promote it.
expand. Yeah, and over a span of 15 years, if you're still doing the same stuff that, I always feel like, what are you doing now? People can
Yeah.
always go back and listen to what you did, but what are you doing now? You know.
Yeah. Well, let's all add some more people. But yeah, I mean, you still have some staples, and we're going to talk about the flow.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Your first
free.
project.
Free.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's hard to stop playing because people
Yeah.
just love it. And another one that I wrote for my dad called Snoochie Pooch because that was his nickname for me. And people get a kick,
Snoopy.
Snoochie Pooch, and people just get a kick out of that song. It sounds like that old school. You could just picture my dad. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Let's say hi to some more folks. Hey, Miss Laura Blake.
Hey, Laura. Thank
Didn't miss
you.
a note. No, she did not miss a note. No. Hey,
Oh, thank
Deborah.
you, Deborah. Yeah, people who played
Oh,
the flute, they know. They know. Yeah, they absolutely know what it takes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
great music.
Michael.
You're absolutely good. You're absolutely good. Great. She's great.
Detroit, Detroit.
Oh, he knew your daddy? Wait, what that mean? I three
He
dad.
lost me.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, Detroit dance rock. Yes. Okay.
Oh, got you. Okay. Okay. Did we miss anybody saying hi? Hey, Carmen. Uh-oh. From the old school group. Um, I saw Roy. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Roy said, I love her
Oh, thank
vibe.
you. Thank
Roy
you.
Stone. That's the Bay Area. She's coming to Sacramento, Roy. So
I
get your
am.
tickets.
Sacramento is
Yeah,
when it
sister
starts
here.
looking at
Hey, Eric.
you've got it. Yeah. I'm putting the board together. So that's the 9th,
Of
October.
okay,
Is
October
it
9th. Oh,
October
that'll be
9th?
perfect. Yeah, the weather be perfect.
Yes, it's October 9th.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a
So in
board
the
that I have to refer to.
nice. I mean, you got some dates.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got something to fill that board up with.
Oh, yes. Yeah, kicking off tomorrow. I'll be at in Atlanta or Atlanta,
Oh,
depending on where you are, at St. James Live tomorrow, and then heading on down to Columbia, South Carolina, um, on Saturday for Shay's Lounge in South Columbia, South Carolina, and then on the 4th,
oh.
Sunday,
Mhm.
going back up to Charlotte, North Carolina, to be at Middle C Club.
Wow. Wow, that's a nice schedule. I mean,
Yeah,
how are you feeling about coming off of the pandemic back on the stage? You good with it?
I am great with it. Yeah. Hey,
Call me some more.
look, I've had the vaccine. I had
Mm,
2
okay.
COVID tests, one going to Jamaica, one coming back. I feel
Mm.
very confident. I've been in all kinds of situations with and without a mask. You can't play foot with a mask on, nor would I
No.
want to. I need to breathe. And
Yeah,
yeah, I've had no issues at all. So I definitely believe in the vaccine. And I'm just so thankful that we're able to get back to doing what we love.
absolutely. Yeah, I've got to do a re-entry into the world. I've been on Roz's happy hour. I'm like, I'm good right here. I have, I have my champagne and we are good.
Well, for the whole year, I to cope. It was for myself, but also to hopefully help everyone else to just offer a song. So I did once a week. I did an old school song, and I did that for wow, a year. Uh, so they were all posted, and but it was for me as much as hopefully it helped other people to just have that, because it was rough. It was rough for all of us.
I think I got that. I
Did
didn't
you?
know you gonna walk me in there, but I think this might be,
Oh, one
in
of
the
my home
garden.
videos. Yeah,
Yeah, in the
yeah, that's
garden,
one of my home
yeah.
videos right there.
I love this song, and you killed it. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
entertaining us during this pandemic time. Y'all give us some hearts, and let's take a look at Althea during the pandemic, just, giving us some of her. Hold on. I got you.
Long intro.
I'm good. Gotta go, girl. It's doing this. Yes. Nice. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
I think she's the only artist that's been on my show that I'm gonna finish my champagne before time.
Well, I would do all those
Oh my
flute parts.
God.
I would take just a track that I either bought off the internet or got off the internet or something, and then I would put all the flute parts in there. So what I usually do for other people in terms of like my recordings, people will hire me to play flute on their stuff. And so I pretty much did the same thing, but I put all of those layers with the flute, alto
Oh.
flutes. I create all these parts, and then I would play on
Yeah.
top of that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you got an
Yeah.
incredible ear. You
Yeah.
must
Well, I
have.
produce and write. So yeah. And I kind of do a lot of background flutes and stuff. So that's kind of my thing. Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
nice. Let's look at the comments for a second. Laura, strong lungs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to run the Peltron.
Well, no, just conditioning. I mean, I've been doing it all my life, but then
Oh,
there's the conditioning. So I do more endurance and conditioning kind of cardio things. Like rather than just ride the bike for 30 minutes, I'll do a minute of slow, a minute of moderate, and then a minute and a
mm.
half of just. And then you do that over and over for like 20 minutes, and that kind of really builds your breathing. So, yeah.
When do you do that? Every
When
day?
do I? No, I do that every other day. The
Every
days I
other
don't do
day?
weights, then I do
Oh,
that.
Lord. So you do do you
Yeah.
have a chill day?
Well, a lot of times when I'm traveling, I can't, if it's a travel day, I just can't. Like, I'm not
Oh.
going to try to work out tomorrow because it's crazy.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Maybe you could do a class to help some of us during this pandemic
Well,
time
I
to
hired
get
a trainer.
motivated.
I hired
Oh,
a So
that's what
these
you're
are his.
telling me I need to do.
Yeah, these aren't my exercises. I have a trainer that he's got me going, because a lot of times you don't know, like when you get like an app,
Mm,
or you're just saying, oh, you should do this or do that. It may not be what is good for your body, and especially as we get older,
right.
some exercises, if you just do them and you don't know the correct form, you could hurt yourself. So I got a trainer to properly show me the exercises that are going to benefit me and the right way
Mhm,
to do them, and the
mhm.
right way to eat as well.
you gotta do all that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, you got to do all of that. Yeah.
I'm good. I got a treadmill, but my clothes is all on it.
That is funny. I was
I'm gonna make
there.
it a huh?
I was there at the beginning of the year, man. I was doing all
Oh
this
my
baking
god.
and just just eating, scared
Yeah,
to
that was,
thing.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you, like, how do you balance being because you're a wife and then you're so super talented and you got to
Oh,
go out on the road and do all that and you got to work out, you got to rehearse, and then you
well,
got
you
to
come up with
cook.
goals. Yeah, you come up with goals and not long-term goals, just short-term goals. So for me, it was I got to get back in shape to get back on the road, and that was my focus. So it was little by little. It didn't just get to where I could pass up some cobbler or that took some time.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, just managing your time as a artist,
Yeah,
that you can, give time to your craft.
I get up
Yeah,
really early. I get up at like 6 a.m. Um, a lot of
but
time,
you,
even before the flights,
mm,
I just get up early, work out, and just plan my day. Just plan my
but
day.
out there though, we're rock and rollers. We don't get up early. We in the music business. You are rare.
Well, I was naturally thin, so it would then become a problem
Um,
until probably around 40, 45. It started like
mm,
kicking in to where, hey, this weight ain't going nowhere,
yeah.
just pile it up.
But you eat though special. You eat different than the rest of us.
Probably. I was a vegetarian. I remember the days before Thanksgiving, I decided to become a vegan. So I
Oh,
was a
for
vegan,
Thanksgiving, girl,
and I
what's wrong
made
with
right,
you?
and I made because it was
Oh
focusing
my god.
on just what was in front of me, and I thought I'm going to do this. I'm going to cook a whole vegan Thanksgiving meal, which I pretty much ate myself. I will say that.
Yeah, no.
Nobody else shared, but they tasted some of the dishes, but I was the only one that actually ate the vegan, Thanksgiving.
So did you have to do another dish for the family?
Well, no, they cooked they cooked their turkey,
Oh.
and I
That's
brought my
funny.
lentil loaf.
That don't even sound good. Oh.
And then so I transitioned from that to vegetarian, and then when I started weight training, then I'm a pescatarian now, so I eat just fish and seafood.
A whole a
Fish,
pescatarian.
pescatarian. Yeah, I still no meat though. I don't eat any meat.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You gotta do all that to look like you? I'm
No,
gonna pass.
that's just just research and again, the
Yeah,
pandemic had me doing a lot of just fact finding and getting a lot of information and just figuring out, like just kind of finding myself, and
yeah,
being healthier. And I just got on that, and I ended up, I'm fine, I'm happy that I ended up a pescatarian because I do like, fish and that kind of thing. So, yeah. And I didn't give up my wine. I
I
couldn't.
can't even say that word, a passenger. I can't be it because I can't say it. A pass, but that. Anyway, hey, Paulette Preston, she's involved in
Hi,
all of the
Paulette.
plays. Yes,
Oh,
you're
thank you.
welcome.
Thank you
I'm
so
glad
much.
that she was able to be here tonight to share her gift with us. Uh, Diane,
Hi,
I almost
Ingrid.
missed it. Yeah, she didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, your single was number one on the Billboard and smooth jazz charts.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's not an easy accomplishment in the music business.
Yes. I was the first flutist in the history of Billboard to ever have a number one. So That was
Wow.
that really was very special. And so if I never have another number one, I
You did
feel
that.
I did that.
You did.
So it's okay. It's
You did
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Give us some hearts, y'all, because that's a major accomplishment. But you started out and you performed in Dubai. I haven't been there yet. I want to go. That must have been fabulous.
It was. I think it's more of a man's country.
Mm.
There were several rules that you had to follow, and I was really nervous.
I wouldn't have
Uh,
made it.
yeah, to go over there, I was really nervous, but yeah, it was a great experience, and I'm glad I did that. There are a lot of countries I haven't been to that I would love to have the opportunity to perform more abroad.
Mhm.
Absolutely,
Mm.
yeah.
What's your favorite venue? Do you have a favorite venue?
Mm. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. There have been some beautiful. I remember I did something in I don't know whether it was Orlando or Florida, some part of Florida, where they had a barge on the water, and the
Mm.
band, and we performed on that barge in the middle of the water, and I thought that was just
Ooh.
beautiful. And then they
Oh,
did
awesome.
fireworks, and but yeah, I mean, Dubai, the stage was really beautiful. I think a lot of times with the bigger shows, it's hard to say this is my favorite venue because the logistics of performing and
Mm.
making sure that everything, the sound and that the music and all of those things, it becomes technical and a lot of
Mhm.
times for the artists. When I do a smaller venue, like a club, it's just me and the people there. And I think I probably relax a lot more when I do smaller
Mhm.
venues. The bigger the venue, the more production that goes
I
into
love
it.
that. I love that. Yeah, I like the big production.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Walt, I see you. I see you late. Why aren't you late?
Hey, hi, Watt.
He runs the old school music group. So thank you.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
Yolanda.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
So,
So,
go ahead. Go ahead.
no, 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 you go ahead.
I was just going to say some of the things that I would say are different with a jazz artist as opposed to, say, a pop artist is that jazz artists and females in the jazz industry, you have to be your own stylist, your own makeup artist, your
Oh,
own hair.
yeah.
Most of the time, you have to do all of that. And so I think that it's a lot harder in that sense to when you have a lot of shows and you're presenting these different looks. So it's a lot of research and really knowing who you are as an entertain as an artist to
Mm.
present yourself. And I think it's really important to be really presentable on
Yeah.
shows. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, this whole you could just wear a bathing suit now. I mean,
No.
like,
Or jeans.
or
No.
jeans that aren't like stylish jeans, or just. I come from the old school where I think you should dress up and look like a star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
So
with
that's
you
just
on
my
that.
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, when you hit that stage, you need to bring it.
You're
Don't
right.
make
Yeah.
me feel like I should be up there.
If you're dressed better than me, that's the. Well, I'm not saying better than because
Yeah,
definitely
not
there's
better, but yeah, yeah,
But if I'm
exactly.
dressed like, if you feel like I didn't put any effort into it, then
Right.
yeah. Why
But
did I
I
pay my
do,
money? To come see you. You're not presentable.
yeah, but I do have to say the jazz audience across the country are the most loyal
Mm.
audience. I love
Love,
jazz
love,
festivals, jazz
love
shows,
my
jazz.
fans. I do, man. I love the people. I love the energy and the
Yes.
sincerity because
Oh my
they
god.
know their music. They know their artists. And when I'm performing, I feel like they get it.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
do. And they know it goes with wine and, you know, this is just the jazz is such a great vibe.
It
But I'm
is.
gonna take a moment at this point in the show and send this out to all of you that tuned in today from Roz's Happy Hour. And I
That was
purposely
nice.
thank you. Happy 4th of July. Thanks for kicking off your weekend with us, your 4th of July holiday. And I
Yeah.
want to say happy birthday to any birthdays we've got out there. I know Corey the poet, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. Any anniversaries, any graduations. Roz's Happy Hour is sending out love to you today. And thank you for being with us today. But before we get out of here, I need to know, I wanted to hear more about your book. We didn't get a chance to talk about your book and how do people get it?
Okay. So I wrote a book entitled Becoming Chocolate Barbie. And it's a metaphor for for just being in the business and how women are perceived and how we have to try to move through the industry, which became known as the Me Too movement. So I wrote a book to kind of share some of my experiences in the music industry and how I handled it. And then there's another section in the book that talks about just things in the business that just from a aspect of royalties and writing and things like that, what to expect. And it's I wrote it to for young women, but young men can, you know, get a lot out of it as well because they endure some of the same experiences. So hopefully it'll help, you know, people in the industry. And it's time for a volume 2. So I'm going to
All
get
right
back into
now.
writing after the pandemic and how the music industry has changed.
Do you tell any secrets? Do you involve
Yeah, I
divulge?
do.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not all. Yeah, it's not definitely a lot of the things that I experienced. And that was the thing. I wanted people to know that it's okay to say no. Certain
Mm,
opportunities that people will think that you're desperate, and you might be desperate at the time, you know, trying to get out there and you know, feeling like if you don't um, comply or do what they're asking you to do when they're pressuring you sexually or otherwise, sometimes it's okay, you know, it's better to just say no, I'm not going to do that. And if I miss
mm,
this, lose this opportunity, it's okay. It's
mm.
okay because it will come around again, you know.
Yeah, being a woman in the industry though, Jude, that's growing pains. You
Yeah,
got to get there. You don't automatically know that, you know. So it takes time. So your book sounds like it would be a great tool for women coming up in the business. And you've always been an advocate for
I am
women.
definitely an advocate for women. And I'm also doing, want to just real quick, I'm doing my first jazz festival, the South
Oh,
Central, Althea Rene South Central Jazz Festival. You'll start seeing as of next week the links to it. And we're doing a wonderful festival here in San Antonio, um, you know, October 23rd. And we're doing it at an airplane hangar. So it's really
ooh,
kind of cool. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, very, very nice. And I'm
Yeah.
bringing my girl Jeanette Harris. And
Okay. Someone just talked about her right here.
oh yeah,
That's
there you
Jeanette.
go. There you go. we'll be doing that one, and she's going to be doing her own show. But of course, we got to come together and do a few songs together. So it's going to be a
Mhm.
great opportunity. If you're, yeah, I'm going to be at the Hampton. That's right, at the Hampton Legacy Jazz Legacy Festival coming up in November 14th, and that's going to be just that. So yeah, go to my website althearene.com. It's got all those dates on it, and I hope to see you guys, getting out and getting back into life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Laura.
What
And
she mean? Bluebell ice
Bluebell,
cream.
right? That's I don't know. I know it's a Texas thing. I don't know if they have it in other places, but I know it's a Texas thing.
That's my girl. So, yeah, you're using your gift to sharing your wisdom and knowledge with others.
I am.
And
Yeah.
that's just, I appreciate that. And I'm sure women in music business can appreciate having a resource that's available
Because
to
I
them.
didn't have that. See, I didn't have that.
Mm-mm.
There was no one to really go and talk to. Although I did a show where I was on the same show as Nancy Wilson, and I had a chance
Mm.
to meet her, and she really gave me some wisdom and said that it was a lot worse during her time, and because they didn't have a choice to walk away or say no, and
Mm-mm.
you know, um, it was just bad, So she was just saying that things it's a lot better, and she was happy to see that, see more women getting recognition.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have anybody and I was coming out of Chicago. I was very, very young
Yes.
in the industry, and I've worked every aspect of this business. I've done production, I've
Mm-hmm.
done catering, I've even driven.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to get the job done, but there was no one to teach me or tell me. And so I had to smooth those curves because I was a force to not be reckoned with. You didn't want to work with me. I was just focused and trying to get the job done right before the
Yeah.
artist hit the stage.
Yeah.
You know, but
But
I've learned, yeah, through
I've had
time.
record executives tell me you are never going to make it unless you um, go along, you know. And that was early. And I said, well, I guess I won't quote unquote make it, because making it is different. It's subjective.
It
So
is.
making it to one person, to me, making it is to be able to work consistently and take care of myself and have a career. I don't
Mhm.
need. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't have to make $10 million to consider
Right.
myself successful. You know.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey Ron, I just wanted to respond to you. We talked about that, dude. You must have came in late. Okay, don't be late to the party.
Yeah.
And Walt, your son's birthday on the 4th. We want to wish him a happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Yes.
Yeah. And my girl Laura, you're in Oklahoma. I guess that's close enough. So, before we get out of here, do you have any words of encouragement that you would like to leave the people with? And I'm so grateful to have you on the show today. I thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Just the CD that I have out is entitled Blossom, and it really speaks um, to just a lot of times what is considered a flaw, it's really what makes you awesome. I grew up as a dark skinned Black girl that was often told, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, or, oh, you would be so pretty if you were light. And it didn't bother me then, because when I looked in the mirror, I thought I was awesome. And so
Mm,
blossom is like, in spite of whatever it is that somebody else or whatever flaws you think you have, you're awesome. You are awesome. Embrace that, and embrace, your beauty inside and out. The outer
mm,
beauty fades, but the inner beauty, that's what shines. So that's
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Thank you. Well, let's cheers.
Woo! I still got
And
a little wine left.
you got more, look, you got more
Give
than me.
it-
You need to drink up. Thank you so much for being on Roz's Happy Hour. We appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. You're leaving tomorrow, and yet
Yeah,
you just came back, but
yeah.
yet you made time to share with us and all of us out here. So we love you. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you so much.
Everybody go download some Althea Rene music this weekend for
Yes,
the 4th
yes.
of July. Hook her up. Let's come on, y'all.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, yes, let's do that. Thank you, and
Thank you so
going
much,
to
Roz. It's
you
so good talking
welcome.
to you. And
Yeah, this was fun. Women
yes,
in the business. We have
yes.
to do a series. You know what? We ought to come back and bring some more women and just have a women's panel of that
I hope you
different
got a couple
areas.
hours.
You know, you're right.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. All right.
Okay.
Stand by, y'all.
All
Hold
right.
on. Hold on. Well, hey, thank you guys for rocking with your girl Roz and Althea Renee today. Um, if you just joined us late, welcome. And look, we are coming back, not next week. We'll be back on July 14th with the one and only, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. The Whispers will be in the house returning to Rise's Happy Hour. So thank you, you guys. Please share with a friend tonight's broadcast. It's not too late. Be safe out there the 4th of July. Keep that emergency bag and see you in 2 weeks. Until then, peace and love. We love you guys.